Hello, friends. This is chapter 24, how to override the primitive brain. Hopefully you've noticed more about your primitive brain and how it's really what's driving us. So let's review a little bit and give you more information. Okay. So that primitive brain, it's instinctual, where it's seeking pleasure, wants you to avoid pain, and it wants to be efficient. So it's constantly trying to do that. It wants when it wants. Wait, hold on. It wants what it wants when it wants. It likes to avoid doing work, doesn't like to do anything new, doesn't want to do hard things, and it doesn't care about tomorrow. It only cares about now. So when you're trying to set goals, especially for long-term results, the primitive brain is like, nope, that's too hard. You don't have to do that. You could totally start tomorrow. And here's your list of reasons why. So it's constantly giving you excuses because it wants you to be happy now. It wants you to, again, it's not caring about the future. It's only caring about the moment right now. So if you're listening to your primitive brain, you are missing out on reaching your goals. We're here to get the results we want, because who doesn't want to feel better? Who doesn't want to live the life that you've dreamed of? Okay, so how do we do that? You learn how your primitive brain speaks to you. It's that awareness. It's more and more and more awareness. It's knowing that you always have a choice, because we get to choose what we think and believe. And that's where we get our power, is that practice of choosing. You always have a choice. Planning ahead and showing up for yourself. So let's say you start planning to exercise. Every day you're going to exercise for 20 minutes at certain time. Then you show up. So when that time comes on that day and your brain says, you are kind of tired, you don't have to exercise. That's when you say, I know I'm tired, but I want to exercise. And you show up. Or even if you don't want to, you still show up, because I'm betting that you never regret not showing up. You regret not doing it, but you will never regret not showing up for yourself. That's how you build your confidence. And that's how you start reaching your goals, that 1% better, one step at a time. And that's how you start creating the healthy habits that you're desiring. Okay. So when we're listening, as we're noticing our thoughts more throughout the day, and we see that they're making excuses, that's when you can say, hold on, stop. And you can say, I hear you, brain, and I'm choosing not to listen. Instead, I'm choosing to believe this. Or I love to say, I hear you, brain, but watch this. I like to compete with myself and I like to win. And so I tell myself that often. I hear you, brain, but watch this. So here's an example. So yesterday, I didn't sleep so good that night. And so I woke up and I was a little bit emotional and just not feeling motivated for the day. And then I looked at my daughter's phone and saw that she had turned off her screen time, and my brain started freaking out. And then I started noticing all the things I was doing wrong and all the things I thought I could do better and all the things that I needed to do that day. And immediately I went to overwhelm and just that spiraling downward. And I noticed what was happening as my anxiety was increasing. And so I said, stop. I hear you, brain, but this is what I'm going to choose instead. So I had my plan where I'm learning that when this mood is happening, when my thoughts are spiraling downward, when I am going to overwhelm, then I stop. And I really needed to hear my music because that inspires me. And so I exercised. I only had 20 minutes. But I put my music on and I have my playlist, and I trust that the songs are going to come up that I need to hear. And indeed, the song came up, You've Got This. And that song played through my mind all day yesterday. I told you I'm emotional still a little bit. But all day yesterday, as different challenges continued to present themselves, I was like, it's okay, you got this. And it was so cool because I was able to get through the day. And even my husband noticed. When he came home that evening, he was just like, wow, your energy is a lot different than it was this morning. So I was able to stop that spiraling downward. And it's so rewarding. It brings so much joy that these things leak out sometimes, darn it. But yeah, it fills my heart with joy that I'm learning these things. So I didn't have to live yesterday in overwhelm or frustration, because a lot of things I was easily frustrated yesterday. Instead, I just took a deep breath and I had the words to that song, You've Got This, going through my head all day long. And so I just want to cheer you on. Become aware of your primitive brain and what it's telling you. It's just full of excuses. It wants what it wants now. And it doesn't care about you long term. It doesn't care about tomorrow. Wants you to eat that whole bag of Oreos today. Doesn't care that you're going to feel like crap tomorrow. And the list goes on of things that it wants you to do, so that trying to help you to feel better. But my friends, this never works. That's where it just causes more problems later on. So it's the best feeling ever to learn to override this primitive brain of ours and use our prefrontal cortex with planning and showing up for yourself. Okay, so I'm so excited. I sat down and I made a list of videos, and I just want to teach more about the brain because it's so interesting to understand more why we're doing what we're doing. So probably next video, we'll go back to that new motivational triad that was supposed to be this video, but I felt that this was more important for now. Okay, so excited to share this journey with you, my friends. You got this. Bye.